Hello and welcome back to Food with Life.
And you know what the answer is? All of them! All of these famous people are vegetarian. And now to tell us a bit about how to get more fruit and vegetables in your diet and enjoy a vegetarian meal is our wonderful guest, Deborah Parliament, who has written a wonderful book on what no meat. Deborah, please come in and give us some information. Help us here.
Hello, Chapati.
Hello, hello. Very nice to have you.
It's good to see you.
Yes. Tell me, many people, they talk about with the kids and the young people, they're worried about if they have a vegetarian diet, they will not get enough nutrition, enough protein.
Yes, well, you know, so many kids are becoming vegetarian these days for all different reasons, right?
Yes.
You know, some of the kids become vegetarians because they don't want to kill the animals, and some people become vegetarians because they don't want to, you know, if you eat lower on the food chain, it's better for our planet, and some people become vegetarians because they know how healthy it is. They know that when you eat a plant-based diet, you have less hypertension, less let's see, diabetes, less heart disease,
and even cancer.
Cancer,
I know, I read recently, American Heart Association and the American Cancer Society both endorse very strongly a plant-based diet.
Absolutely, and even if people want to eat meat, we just encourage them to add fruits and vegetables to their diet. So why don't we go ahead and make some yummy food?
Excellent. What's our first thing we'll do here?
Well, the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to make a curried tofu scramble. Now, some people love tofu and some people don't quite know what it is. But what we're going to do is we're going to stir up some tofu and we're going to add some vegetables, and you know it's a great source of protein, Chapati, because one of the things that people worry about when they're going to become vegetarians is, are they going to get enough protein?
Okay, so how do we start here?
So the first thing that we're going to do to make our tofu scramble is we're going to put in a tablespoon of olive oil in a non-stick skillet, and then we'll spread the oil out a little bit here.
Important to have olive oil in your diet if possible, oil, flaxseed oil or olive oil. Maybe 1 to 3 tablespoons a day. Very important.
Very important, thank you. And now we're going to add some chopped or grated carrots to our oil, and then we're going to add some greens. I just love greens. You could add spinach, chard, kale, even romaine lettuce.
Every green.
Every green. And then we put in a half a cup of chopped zucchini, which is very delicious. Would you like to start stirring this?
I'll do the stirring here.
Okay, you do the stirring. And then we're going to put in a 1/3 cup of chopped peppers. You could use green peppers or red peppers, these beautiful orange bell peppers. And then, for a little bit of flavor, 2 tablespoons of curry sauce. Very delicious. And then, of course, we're going to add some soy sauce. You know, soy sauce, believe it or not, gives it a little bit of a meaty flavor for those people who like meat, right?
Yes. And they say the needy, meaty eater.
Okay, and then we're going to add some water. And you know what, Chapati? You don't even need to steam it anymore.
Okay.
Because what we're going to do,
turn
down the heat a little bit, and we're going to steam this. And you know, we're going to add the tofu in a little while, but remember what I mentioned about how people worry about getting enough protein. And do you know that most Americans get too much protein? Do you know that the average man only needs 56 grams of protein and the average woman only needs 46 grams of protein? Americans on the average get twice that much in their diet.
I understand that too much protein can have not such a good effect, yes?
Too much protein can lead to obesity, liver damage, kidney damage, and even because the body has no way of storing protein, it could indirectly lead to osteoporosis.
Yes, I heard the immune system gets weakened by too much protein.
Absolutely, Chapati. So it's not a question that we need protein, of course we do, but it's how much, and of course the source. And what we're going to do now is we're going to share with people a delicious source of protein, actually 2. One is we're going to add a tablespoon of cashew butter. You can use cashew butter, you can use chopped cashews. How delicious is that, right? And then we're going to put in our tofu, which you know is made from soybeans.
This is the star of the meal. Tofu, Mr. and Mrs. Tofu, are right here.
This is the star of our dish.
We used to call it, where I'm from, futo. And we said, no, it's not futo, it's tofu.
Well, where are you from, Chapati?
I'm from Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
And when I was growing up, didn't have tofu. But it is a very different. It's very wonderful to have it. So easy to have the protein. Very efficient, very quick, and tasty. Very, very good idea.
And now you just have to cook it just so that the tofu is heated through.
Yes.
And then the last thing we're going to do before we dish this out is we are going to add some omega-3s with our flaxseed oil. And the flaxseed oil, you don't want to cook it. You don't want to heat it up, but you know how important it is, Japati, to get your essential oils every day.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
looks good?
Ooh,
so we
good.
could either, I'm going to give you a little bit and just put it on a plate here.
Okay.
Or if you don't mind, could you turn around and get me one of
very
those
good
pita
idea.
breads?
Very good idea.
Ooh, does this smell good?
You give her wonderful Deborah some pita bread.
Yes, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of this delicious
Hold it open for the people to see. Yes.
curried tofu. I think I need a little bit of a better spoon.
Okay.
But I think we could still scoop a little.
So we have a spoon
Japati,
here.
thank you
There
so
you go.
much for getting
Very
that
good.
spoon for me. And I don't know if I'm going to even be, I think I'm going to have
Just
to.
a small bit.
Just a little
Small
bit,
bit.
just so that you can taste it.
Yes.
Okay?
I think you'll taste it. I'll watch.
You know I'm not a lefty, I'm a righty.
Okay. I remember you from the games of baseball, I recall. They always said the lefty, righty. Yes. Okay, so why don't you take a flavor? I take one or you have one? I'll try
You
it.
take a bite.
Have a flavor.
Good? And I'll take a bite over
I'm
here.
going to pass out. It's so good, I'm about to fall down.
Please. And I am strong enough to catch you, even though I'm a vegetarian.
This is Food with Life.